Guys, I want to share some quick information with you. Okay, I am not bashing anyone. I am not attacking anyone. I'm bringing common sense to you. I know many of you guys do follow many other gurus and forums, such as, KTFA, Delta, and now here's the thing. KTFA, Frank26 just went out on YouTube. He's got about 6,000 followers. That's great and wonderful. Okay, but keep in mind, he sells currency through a broker and sells many other things too, and profits off of dinar investors. And I know for a fact Intel is overhyped over there. I know that for a fact. I actually used to do conference calls with Frank26. I know him better than most people think. Okay, now again, I'm not bashing and I'm not attacking. Here's what I want to share with you. A lot of times when information is shared by a lot of these gurus, it unfortunately is taken as gospel by you guys. And that's what I'm looking out for, is your best interest. Okay. So here's a clear example. I'm going to share a posting with you by Delta, because a lot of people take his information as gospel information, as the best thing out there. What Delta did was he contacted the Trade Bank of Iraq, announcing them if their smart cards, Visa cards, MasterCards that they have can be used abroad. Both Neil Parler, he's one of our followers on our forum, but he's very wise. Neil and I do talk privately. Okay, so Neil's very wise. I highly respect him. When he talks, you want to listen to Neil. Okay. Here was the response when Delta contacted the Trade Bank of Iraq. They told him that yes, our cards can be used abroad, but here's what Delta failed to tell everybody. Okay, back towards the end of 2017, when Iraq was put under IMF Article 8 policies, okay, to where, such as they were only allowed to use one currency going forward. That again, that's the reason why they're not able to pay for reconstruction, because they can't use their physical currency. So here's the deal: their own currency cannot be used abroad, but because they went to a single currency practice, being under Article 8 policies, okay. And again, remember the example I used when this was all shared with you. I told you guys they're on the training wheels right now. The IMF has Iraq on training wheels to become international. Okay. The thing is, if Iraq was only allowed to use one currency going forward, and it wasn't internationally recognized, the Iraqi citizens wouldn't be able to pay for anything. They couldn't pay for. They couldn't travel. They couldn't leave the country, and they couldn't travel or leave the country, guys, because they wouldn't be able to pay for it. That's the reason why their cards have to be able to use abroad, because they can only use the dinar. Okay, so the Iraqi citizens have to be able to live the same normal life you and I live. They have to be able to travel abroad. That's why their currency, even at program rate, has to be able to be used abroad with the smart cards that they have that are backed with Visa and MasterCard. It's that simple. But the main government itself is not able to use their currency for transactions, for international transactions, to pay contractors to come in and do reconstruction, because if a contractor, if a foreign contractor were to come into country and get paid with dinar, it does them no good outside their country. As with you and I, the currency is of no use to us outside of Iraq. Okay, so when people like Caparoni keep telling you that, oh yeah, they've got 74 trillion in circulation, who cares? It's all most of that's outside of Iraq, and the Central Bank of Iraq doesn't care about it, because most of that 74 trillion is outside of Iraq and is useless, can't be used for a damn thing. But Caparoni's not smart enough to see that. That's why I keep telling you guys to stop listening to ding-dongs. So anyway, this is what I'm trying to raise to you, that people you're shared that, oh yeah, the cards can be used abroad, but you're not shared the entire true story. They're not smart enough to come out and tell you, well, guess what? Yeah, the Iraqi citizens have to be able to live a normal life. And the only way they could travel abroad and do things outside of Iraq is to pay with their own native currency. That's why it has to be recognized abroad outside of Iraq at the program rate. But no other guru is smart enough to tell you this. That's where I come in, and I'm disclosing this to you. I'm trying to help you guys be smart, be educated, so that you're not misled. Again, I am not attacking anyone. I'm trying to help make you wiser, because you guys do follow many others, and then a lot of this information gets brought to me and asking my thoughts on it. And I'll already tell you, that's the main reason I absolutely refuse to listen to other gurus, because through time, my long timers have already heard me talk about many other ones, and every single guru out there, I don't care if it's Frank 26, I don't care if it's Delta, okay, I don't care if it's Brando, I don't care if it's Caparoni. I've already proven every single one of them to share incorrect, misleading information with all of you, okay? They all do. And by the way, most of them also make money off you, so keep that in consideration when you're listening to their intel, okay? There's nothing in this for me. I don't get paid. All I'm doing is just out of the kindness of my heart. At the beginning of the year, God asked me to reach out and help you guys, and that's what we're doing. So again, just be careful what you listen to, because most of these gurus will tell you the information that gets you all hyped up, but they're not smart enough to tell you all of the information, and not all of you guys are sharp enough to recognize and know what you need to know. That's why you're following gurus, and that's great. That's great. That's, there's nothing wrong with being educated and knowledgeable and being informed, but be careful what you listen to. Try to get all the facts. That way you're walking in the right direction and you know where you stand. Okay? You guys have an amazing evening. Take care.
КТФ.
Delta. I did ask B Bank if I can use MasterCard abroad. Answer from B. You can use it in withdrawals from ATMs and direct purchase from the points of sale, as well as in the internet, such as subscriptions and airline reservations, hotels, shopping sites, and promotion and social networking pages in any country of the world except Brazil, Indonesia, Syria, and Iran. God's servant. Sounds international to me. How can you use it at a PR program rate? Delta.